Welcome to I'm Not Sorry with Skinny Pete and CB.
I'm sorry, not sorry. Not sorry, bitch. Sorry, not sorry. Looking for apologies. Sorry, not sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm destroying all these wannabes. Sorry, not sorry.
Holla at yourboysonline.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning into our very first show.
Very first.
Yeah.
Number one,
man.
I can almost see the future now. I'm so stoned. I could see the 1,000th episode celebration already.
So that means that because of this, when the 1,000th episode comes, we have to do a big.
Yeah, we have to do something.
Yeah, we're going to do something big. Stay tuned for the 1,000th episode.
Bruh. Yep.
All right, guys. So we're going to talk about everything in this show, podcast, whatever you really want to call it. Everything from sports to politics to sex to dating advice to weed to music.
I'm interested now.
Yeah. It's going to be all the above. But first, we have to do our first ever review of the week.
Yep.
Review of the week.
Okay, so it is Thursday. No, it's Wednesday. Oh, shit.
You smoked too much weed today, Skinny. Let me help you out.
Okay.
All right. It is August
8th.
There you go. And it is a Wednesday. And the review of the week is actually going to be about an album that just came out. It was, if you guys don't know, NF.
Dropped a new album.
Yeah, The Search.
Yep. Beat out Chance the Rapper for number one.
He did, man. And he's also the third rapper to hit number one in the top 100 this year.
Yeah. He really did. It came out of nowhere, too.
Yeah. And, and I've been on him since, for about 5 years now. I've been a big fan of him. But what I'm so amazed is that he actually did such a successful album because he isn't like that club music type rapper. It's not that 50 Cent. It's not that Lil Pump, Lil Yachty kind of thing. He's actually bringing back lyricism, content, and being real. But you're a rapper, Skinny Pete, obviously.
Yes.
If y'all don't know, this is Skinny Pete. He's a rapper.
Hey, make sure you follow me, skinnypetemusic.com. That's not really what it is, but
we shameless plug constantly. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a shirt next week that says my Instagram name on it. As a rapper myself, there's a lot that comes, as being a fan and being, an artist. So you hear, someone, that's like NF that's coming out that's in the time where, content isn't exactly the most popular thing. And then to come out and then take number one with something like that, it stands out.
It does.
People want to look at what he did and research it and then understand it. And realistically, you can't mimic that. That's him. What you do is you take that, you find your own, and you make your own. And so that's what's wrong with today is there's too many clones, man. Yeah.
Well, I like his big slogan is real music, right? That's NF's thing. And I think that's what's pushed him all the way to where he's at. And I think it's kind of like that old school, like when you do something the right way, like kind of like and we'll talk about basketball here in a minute, but kind of like in the NBA where you have all these superstars nowadays that are just joining up to win championships.
Yeah.
And then you have people like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum who want to do it the right way and build it organically.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what NF did with his record is he did it real. He did it the way that old school rappers did it and did it successfully in 2019 where most people think you need to tattoo your face and make a song about strippers to, go platinum.
Hey, if we get 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I'll get I'm Not Sorry tattooed on my forehead. I'm just saying it now.
Okay. Guys, you heard it here first. 1 million subscribers and I'm Not Sorry on his forehead. Okay. I might put it on the bottom of my foot.
That would hurt more, I think, to be honest. I'll take the forehead.
So 1 to 10, how's the album to you? NF's The Search.
I'll give it a 10. Anybody that doesn't give it a 10 doesn't understand hip hop. The big thing for me is I always tell people there's rap and there's hip hop.
Yes.
Hip hop it'll last forever. It's timeless. You could listen to it in 20 years and still feel the emotion that was wrote on the paper 20 years prior. Rap to me. This is all opinion by the way. And so it's rap to me is generational. It's what's going on, what's trending. And that's what rap music is. So hip hop and rap are two clearly different things in my world. And I believe that NF is a hip hop artist and he'll be around for another spot at number one.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think that I give him an 11. I'm going to go past the chart because I feel like what he's accomplished with what he's had and the fact that he's a clean rapper, which we haven't even talked about, is so much more difficult to go that hard and have that much emotion and not
true.
cuss.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna call him the Sinbad of rap and say that he gets an 11. I mean, to me, it was a 5-star album for sure from start to finish.
Yeah. And I think that Chance the Rapper needs to go back and, take a look at, his grocery list.
Hopefully, he gets a second chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe too much acid rap.
So we're gonna jump right into our next segment, which is Blazers basketball.
Let's go Blazers! Let's go
Oh,
Now,
City.
if you guys don't know, so he's a rapper. I'm a Blazer fan. All right. I've been a Blazer fan since I was knee high to a grasshopper. And what a better time to be a Blazers fan than right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you have arguably the best backcourt in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right.
I definitely agree.
You have someone in the name of Yusuf Nurkic, who is hurt right now, who's going to come back. But in all honesty, he's one of the best upcoming big men in the league.
Yeah, he really is.
We just picked up Hassan Whiteside,
Yeah.
which
is crazy.
is a rebounding beast,
Yeah.
By all means. How did we re-sign Rodney Hood on an MLE?
I don't know.
Like, how do you get Rodney Hood on a mid-level exception? That absolutely makes no sense whatsoever, but I'm so glad we have him. They also went out there and picked up Super Mario from Outrange. He's going to do great for us. I really think we just strengthened our core. But I think what makes it so much fun to be a Blazer fan right now is actually the personalities of the people who are our
Yeah,
stars.
absolutely.
We were just talking about this earlier about Damian Lillard and CJ and what they do for the community.
Yeah, CJ, he's on the Breakout Show on Jam 107.5. Shout out to Cool Nuts. All those guys down in Portland, they're really like banding together and creating a community that hasn't been there for a long time.
Sure.
And then Dame, on top of that, he's a lyricist on himself from Oakland.
Dude, that new album, Big Dollar, did you hear it yet?
Yeah.
Just dropped.
Yep. Shout out Nonstop to Hitman, Portland's finest producer.
Yeah,
He's
I
out
mean,
there.
and that Big Dollar album was tight. Like, it was completely different than what we were just talking about with NF. It was more club. It was more like a flex album.
Yeah.
Not only is Dame in there in the rap game too, but like we were just talking about what he does in the community. Like this guy does a hashtag 4Bar Friday on Instagram. And you said 2 or 3 of Portland artists got to go to the All-Star game?
Yeah, there was the All-Star game in, I believe it was Charlotte a couple years ago. There was a competition that Damian Lillard had thrown with the 4Bar Friday. And I believe two Portland artists were in the top 4 and were flown out by Damian Lillard. Got to watch the All-Star game for free. Like, I mean, what more could you ask for? Just posting a video on the internet.
Yeah, and he goes out to all the local schools in town and does this whole respect program, which I like the fact that he's all about loyalty and respect. Coming from Oakland, that real talk, that almost like NWA style, like that, like I'm here for my people. You know what I mean? And like he gives back to those people. I was just telling Skinny that I think it was 2 years ago. He goes into his closet and he sees all these shoes that he's never going to wear. He puts a thing on Twitter saying, "I'm going to give away shoes at this park." This wasn't done by Adidas or anything else. This was just him chilling with his homies like, "Dude, we should give these away." And his homies were like, "Okay." He gets a U-Haul truck. He loads it up with shoes, goes down and just passes out shoes for an hour and goes home.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, this isn't a publicity stunt. This is Damian Lillard being one of the coolest people in the NBA.
He's just a good, down-to-earth, real dude.
Yeah.
And, I've had the pleasure of meeting him before, and he gives you the respect. It's like, you're in the room that he's in because there's a reason, and he'll credit you for that. I always appreciate people like that.
And I also like the fact that, is it just me or is Damian the kind of guy, because you met him, I haven't really actually got to meet the man, but he seems like the kind of guy that he's super respectful until you cross him the wrong way and he would knock someone out. Like he would totally be like,
"Oh yeah,
what'd you just say?"
I wouldn't, I've never seen it, but he's a real one, and like he's got credibility, and he grew up in Oakland, man. And Oakland's, it's pretty gangster out there. So there's some crazy cats out in East Oakland,
Well, I mean, all of his cousins, Brookfield Deuce or something like that. He's a rapper out of Oakland. His brother Houston is an up-and-coming football player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, his whole family's talented, obviously, right? Like, so he's chilling it with that.
Yep.
I just think we have a lot to really look forward to this season.
I do too. I think, cause with the people that we picked up in the off season, I think Dame is a strong, forefront as one of the team captains to take us, hopefully to the finals this year.
I look forward to this segment throughout the season. When we can come back to this and talk about games and what's going on and the different things that have happened.
Me too.
And I think next week we should talk about the fact that he destroyed Marvin Bagley in a hip hop battle throughout the offseason. But
Yeah.
I think we should come back to that. My favorite segment of the entire show is about ready to start, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Stony Thoughts with Skinny P. Skinny P,
He's what we call an enhancement smoker because he thinks that marijuana makes every activity that much better.
what Stony Thoughts do we have for this week?
Let's see. Let's tap into the stoner memory. If you don't do it, it'll never get done.
Wow. That is some of the most prophetic stuff I've ever heard, man.
It goes deeper than the roots that I have in basketball.
I'm telling you what, that was like some Gandhi stuff, man. If you don't do it,
It'll never get done.
Stony Thoughts by Skinny P.
Hey guys, thanks for watching, and make sure you stick around for the entertainment. We don't do this for free, so let's hear from our sponsors. Yeah.
You're good at that. Hey guys, we want to give a quick shout out to our #1 sponsor, Hawaiian Vapor. You can find them in 3 great locations, 112th in Burton and Highway 99 in Vancouver, or over in Parkland in Tacoma. And if you mention the I'm Not Sorry show this week, they're going to give you a buy one, get one half off of any e-liquid.
What's that, Steven? Oh yeah, you're totally right. If there was another sponsor, it would be right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
And we would talk about it.
Yeah, we'd be talking about it right now.
Blast them out?
Everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Like
They
if
could
you-
get total good advertisement.
Yeah, it'd be viral content that there would be a no-brainer to sign up for.
I mean, who doesn't want us two jackasses to talk about their company?
Yeah, right now, at this part of the show.
And if you want to do that, just slide into our DMs,
Or email us at the I'mNotSorryShow@gmail.com.
which is way more professional than sliding into our DMs.
Or you could just click on
The link?
People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
I'm Skinny Pete.
I'm Steve B. And we're not sorry.
Not at all.
Our next segment is actually going to be a lot of fun.
This is a crazy one.
The-
I just want y'all to be ready.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, we're not sorry.
Not
So today's segment is conspiracy theories with Skinny P. So Skinny P, take it away and tell us what conspiracy theory we're talking about today.
Are aliens amongst us? My answer is yes. Have you ever wondered why some things just work out too well and there's a human behind it?
And my answer is no. So now you're going to get the pro and con of both of them. And so Skinny P, start us off. So you say yes, that they're among us, like MIB.
Yeah, like Men in Black style, you know, like, so your dog looks a little too human. Probably an alien inside of your dog, and that's not really a dog. That's just one thing. The mailman never says anything. You ever notice that? It's because he's an alien.
You just said the mailman doesn't say anything, so he's probably an alien.
He does, like, okay,
So the DMV is also aliens?
the lady, okay, so that job, have you ever known anybody that actually worked at the DMV that literally says on their Facebook, I work at the DMV? No.
No.
Those aren't real people, man. Those are aliens.
So I chalk it up to people who just aren't proud of it. Like, who's proud of saying, like who's
I'm-
happy to say,
I'm
like, I work at the
proud
DMV? Like, I just look at it as people are just ashamed
It
of their
reminds me
job.
like what's that, Dana something. He did this stand-up. He's like, it's like in the future, everything's going to be instant.
Yeah.
The DMV's still going to take like 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's Dana Carvey, I
Yeah,
think.
and so the people that work at the DMV, man, it's such a boring job. Pull a ticket, and then I'll come talk to you about something. I'm gonna read off a prompter.
Yeah.
That's alien stuff. They're amongst us.
So here's my question then, Skinny, because you're obviously all about the aliens. They're amongst us, right? And I obviously don't believe it. What's your opinion on this Area 51 thing to find out if they're real?
You know what's crazy is they were supposed to rush it, to my understanding already, and then we've heard nothing about it. Are they dead?
So here's my thing: is I would love to see him rush it, because I just think it'd be hilarious to watch all those people just get natural selected.
That too. And on the topic of that, I saw a comment on Instagram. And mind you, if you want some of the best political knowledge ever, make sure you go check out World Star's Instagram comments. 'Cause
Okay,
there's a
they're
lot.
hilarious.
They're hilarious, and they're very knowledgeable in some cases. Some guy comments, 1 million people can't be killed by the government. And the FBI comments, yes, they can.
So would you be down for being a part of the people who storm Area 51?
I will be a part of the people that report what happened after the storm of Area 51. Yes.
I will be part of the people who laugh at all the dumb people who go to Area 51.
My drone will be in flight that day,
Okay.
and it'll be live streaming because who knows what kind of alien technology could shoot down.
Okay, so going along with the fact that aliens are real, what celebrity is the biggest alien that you can think of?
Tom Cruise.
You know, I had a different answer until you said that, and I feel like that's a better answer than mine.
I mean, think about it. What guy that's 5'6" is going to save the world that many times?
You know, that's a good, so here's my answer, and you tell me if it's up there with Tom Cruise. I think Charlie Sheen is the biggest alien we have in Hollywood.
People say it's lonely at the top, but I sure like the view.
Charlie Sheen.
I mean, he has tiger's blood,
Yeah,
bro.
I was just about to say he drinks tiger's blood, and the man has an illness that kills people, and he's body lifting through it.
Yes, I drink water through my eyes.
This meme that was so funny. It was what was it? It was Jeff Epstein's nurse, and it was Hillary Clinton's face
Oh my
on the
goodness.
nurse. And that had me rolling. I have no political stance, mind you. I am an alien. That's why I know they're real.
Welcome back. I'm Steve B.
And I'm Skinny Pete.
And our segment today is going to be dating advice for people of today.
Dating advice for people of today. Day.
Luck.
All right, it's just so much different nowadays. Like if you were from like the 80s or 90s, your parents would give you advice like which bars to go out to, how to dress, buy your girl some flowers, open up the door. But it's 2019. If you buy your girl flowers today and open up the door, she's going to slap you because she's a feminist.
Yeah, she didn't get her Venmo.
She didn't like the flowers because she doesn't like flowers because you're killing the nature.
Yeah, we just killed plants that were breathing.
Yeah, and so that's bad. And that could have been her food if she was vegan.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I actually do know somebody that's rolled a blunt out of rose petals, so it could have been a vegan.
you would know that.
I don't know, man. The world is weird.
So it's safe to say that you cannot have the same tips of dating from the 80s and bring them into 2019.
Nope, not at all.
So this whole segment is to help you guys out in what to do in tips of dating of 2019. So we're going to start off with the fact that nowadays the number one way of meeting someone is through online.
Tinder, Bumble, Plenty of Fish,
Instagram.
Instagram. I mean, check your DMs, slide in your DMs, do whatever. It's all crazy.
So we want to give one piece of advice every single week, and I thought of a good one, Skinny. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, because I mean, I've never really messed with the online dating before. Have you?
I've dabbled in
You've
the
dabbled?
swiping in the left of the right.
Okay, so I don't even know what right and left mean, but we're gonna bypass that. My number one advice for everyone nowadays is do not send a dick pic with no content.
Yeah, you gotta have a caption.
You got to.
You can't just say you gotta
Yes.
make it seem like it was an accident or something.
Yeah, you can't just randomly nothing before, not even a hello, and all of a sudden cock. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, the random dick pic segment is just that you don't do it.
Yeah.
Unless there's a funny quote going over your
Exactly.
waistline or something.
Exactly.
You know?
You know what my thing is? Check this out, Skinny. And you tell me what you think about this, okay? So here's my opinion, okay? Men think that women react to dick pics the same way that men react to tit pics.
Exactly.
And it doesn't happen that way. See, I'll tell you what every single man in the world sounds like if they get titties sent to their phone. Okay, are you ready? Ding. Yes!
Titties.
Dude, look at these titties.
Wow.
Okay,
Those
that's
are
what
tits.
that's what happens every single time a dude gets titty pics. And I swear to you.
This is what happens when you send the girl the random dick pic.
Ding.
Oh my God, you know that guy I've been talking to that has
Yeah.
a small dick? He sent me a picture again.
Oh my God, that's so funny, Stephanie. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you sent it to you.
I'm
It's
totally
so
gonna blast
tiny.
him on Twitter now.
We totally should. See, look at the difference is they laugh at us, guys. You've got to put some content behind those dick pics, okay?
See, if we would have been selfish with our dick pics, we could be charging money on premium Snapchats right now.
Let me tell you how a dick pic was in the 90s, okay? I'm going to tell you a story about how a dick pic was taken in the 90s. You had to go get a Kodak, a roll-up camera, okay? You go to the store, you get the Kodak. You go back home, you have to click that thing like 15,000 times before it's even ready. Click, 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 click. Then you have to take your picture, but you don't know what it looks like because we don't get to review that. No, you have to go get it developed. So you take a bunch of pictures, just random ass dick pics, all of different angles, right? And then, because you don't want to be that weird guy who just has a full Kodak full of dicks, what you do is you take some random ass photos of like clouds, trees, like scenery photos.
Here's a soda.
Then you're still not done. Then you have to go into the store. You have to hand over, you have to like, can I get these developed, please? And it's usually like some lady who was at your church last week, like, you know, Miss Becky or whatever, and she just looks at you like, oh my gosh, she's gonna know. She takes it, and you're still not done. They go, it's gonna take 10 minutes. Please walk around the store. When we're done, we'll call your name. So you're walking around the store. You don't even have any money in your pockets. There's nothing for you to do, and all of a sudden it happens. Mr. Barry, your photos are ready at the photo counter, Mr. Barry. And you're just like freaked out, paranoid, like they know. They've seen it, they know. Then, when you're walking up to that counter, you see Miss Becky like, I saw you in church last week. I'm going to tell the pastor. You start sweating because, you know, she just gives you the look of disappointment and disgust. Just, here's your photos. Like, dang it, she just saw my 16-year-old Wang. And you're looking at me like I'm a bad person. You just watch child porn, bitch. You need to stop looking at me. You know what I'm saying? And then it's still not done. Then you take the photos, you go back out to your car. You make sure no one's around you in your car. You look at the photos and you're like, oh my God, that's a horrible one. Oh my. And if you don't think you don't take horrible pictures of yourself naked, okay, go look at the delete box in your phone, okay? We all know you delete about 500 every one you send.
Yep.
So you're going through these photos, you finally find one that you can stomach. And you're still not done. You have to find a way to get this to her. So what do? You get smart. You get an envelope. You put it inside of the envelope. You write a cute little letter. To Samantha. Now you have to give her the letter with that dick pic. And what do? You look at her. She goes, oh, she's there. She is, Skinny. Look at that's her locker. I'm going to go put it inside of her locker. Okay, Skinny? So then you put it inside of the locker, and then you stalk that locker like it's fucking Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible. Like, is she going to get it? Is she going to get it? And then you hear nice little sweet Becky go, hey, Melissa, will you go get my book out of my locker? And you're like, no, I just put the dick pic inside the locker. So then her friend goes up, she gets the picture, she opens it up, she's like, look at this, Becky, there's a penis in your locker. And that's how you had to send a dick pic in 1995, okay? It was not as easy as it is nowadays.
I can't say that my dick was ever posted anywhere in a locker at 95 because I was only 3, but
that just shows how old I am.
I wouldn't mind doing it now.
It was way harder.
Hey, the 90s are coming back.
So
on
we're
Snapchat.
going back to
NSA has a whole
Polaroids.
folder of dick pics on me.
Yeah, we're going back to Polaroids. You know what the greatest part about dick pics in the 90s was, though? You could burn them.
Yeah, you could burn them now.
They're just on there forever.
They have a folder with your name on it.
So to wrap all this up, guys, your dating advice for people of today, don't take dick pics without content.
I mean, you can. But you're going to find out what's going to happen afterwards.
We're not sorry. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and germs. I'm Steve B.
And I'm Skinny Pete.
And we're not sorry.
Not at all.
Right now, what we're going to talk about is how to be successful in 2019.
Apparently, this is a hard subject to touch on because there's a lot of freeloading jackasses.
There is, man. There really is. And people don't know what work ethic is anymore.
What's that?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All I have to do is show up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Throughout our shows, we're going to give you guys pieces of advice every week on how to be successful in 2019. And then and then after 2019, we'll go to 2020.
Yep.
Okay?
Maybe we'll see.
First things first is you have to dress for success. Okay? If you were going into a job interview, neither attire that me or Skinny P are wearing would be acceptable.
No.
First things first. Now, you may think, Skinny P looks like a nice, attractive gentleman. He has a great beard. He's wearing a Dare hat. His hair is not that bad, and he's wearing khakis. What's wrong with that, Steven? You know what's wrong with it? It's wrong. That's what's wrong with it, because when you're trying to get a job, no one cares about your personal feelings.
Not at all.
Nobody cares about how hard you can try. All they care about is the results that you're going to bring to their company, and everything that you're doing needs to represent that, not your favorite Pokemon character on your t-shirt.
Yep, big facts. No capping.
I'm just saying, man, people walking into interviews nowadays wearing furry tails and, their faces are all pierced up. Like, listen, I got piercings and tattoos, but if I'm going into an interview, I'm taking them out for the day.
Yep.
I'll let them find out my freak side after they hire me.
Yeah, after they realized that I was high in the interview.
Yeah. Right. So this right here is where we're going to segue right into it. So there was your successful tip of 2019, dress for success. Go to Goodwill, get yourself a collared t-shirt. All right.
And some corduroys.
Yeah, some corduroys or some slacks, some nice looking stuff. You can go buy a pair of nice dress shoes. Okay, Vans are not acceptable in job interviews unless you're trying to get a job at McDonald's or PacSun.
Yeah, or the dishwasher at
Yeah.
McDonald's or
If you were tired of minimum wage, okay, don't dress like you want minimum wage, right?
Nope.
If you want to get paid like a millionaire, dress like a millionaire. Holler at your boy.
Givenchy, Versace, Ferragamo. Get on your stuff.
I'm going to go down to trailer park status. Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren. You know what I mean? Like, we don't even need to get to those guys.
You know what? He's right. That stuff's too expensive. I spill coffee and everything anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Go to Ross, dress for less.
Yep. Hey, I got some Ralph Lauren boxers there for super cheap.
Ross will be accepting our check any day you want to give it to us for that plug.
They just paid.
They just paid. Fantastic. This brings us into our next topic of the day, our next segment of the day, which is generational differences of the week.
So this is a big thing, all right? So the biggest thing I always tell people is you're entitled to two things in life: water and medical treatment. Everything else is a privilege. So, you know, take that as you may. My therapist tells me every week, life is bittersweet, so you better start developing a taste for it. Just start working. You know, that's the thing is people before, you know, there's a thing called fronting that wasn't used, 30 years ago. A lot of people talk, but they don't, know how to walk. It's almost like, it's weird. They don't know what to do to back their actions up.
Well, I think the biggest difference is that both generations are not willing to admit that there's differences. You
That's
know what I mean?
huge too, yeah.
Yeah, the old people want the young people to be like the old people, and the young people want the old people to be like the young people. And it's like, we need to accept both of them and find a common ground here.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Let's take the work ethic from the older generation where they used to have 4 jobs. You know what I mean? Work from 4 a.m. in the morning until 2 a.m. the next day just to put food on their table. Let's take that work ethic and let's mix it with a little bit, of the loving nature of some of these millennials where we want to accept everybody. Because I think we need to accept more, and not just ourselves accepting. Let's accept the old people for being old too. I think that's a big thing.
There's just one thing I can't accept is you're not an Instagram model for posting booty pics and getting 4 likes. I'm just gonna say that.
100%. You know what I'm saying?
Not sorry.
Yeah, you know what we're not sorry. I think the biggest difference is that in the older generations, if you were a model, you'd have to prove that you were a model. Like, you got to get checks for that.
You got to get the
Yep.
resumes, the
Yep.
portfolios.
Yep.
You're working with, there's
Yep.
just so much wish-wash in today. So the biggest thing from my 2 cents, my coin for the week, with the generational differences is back up what you talk. Everybody wants to be the
Amen.
guy, but nobody wants to put the work in that the guy has to do.
Absolutely.
Or the woman, the woman has to do. It's just that everybody wants to be that, but doesn't want to put in the effort.
All right, and my last 2 cents for generational of the week is do today while others won't, so tomorrow you can achieve what others can't.
Hey guys, thanks for watching, and make sure you stick around for the entertainment. We don't do this for free, so let's hear from our sponsors. Yeah.
You're good at that. Welcome back. I'm Stephen B.
And I'm Skinny Pete.
And we're not sorry. We want to give a quick shout out to our boys over at Hawaiian Vapor, our #1 sponsor, where you can get all your vaping needs, all the best liquids, get those roasted coils fixed, changed out for you,
Get them fixed.
and have the best customer service. Welcome back. I'm Steve B.
And I'm Skinny Pete.
And we're not sorry.
Not at all.
Right now, we can talk about some politics.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Something like one of the most controversial things in the world right now is politics.
I'm all clammy.
Yeah. Uh-oh, someone's going to get offended. Not sorry. So we want to talk about vaping politics. And if y'all don't know, vaping is this new revolutionary device that helps people quit smoking cigarettes. We both vape. And we're being attacked by everybody, man. We're being attacked by the FDA. We're being attacked by local and federal governments. We're being attacked by big pharma, big tobacco. Like, we're literally like taking on some of the biggest heavyweight giants in the world in this industry. And I think that it's a good way to start off talking about politics. So let's talk about the first thing I think we should talk about is T21. And I'm going to educate you here, Skinny. Did you know that up until now, it's been 18 and older for vaping.
Or St. John's.
But Jay Inslee just came into the state of Washington, which is our governor, and he basically said he's going to raise the age to 21. Okay? Now, let's look at this. First and foremost, I don't necessarily have a problem with the fact that you want to raise the vaping age to 21 if you want to raise all adult things to 21.
Yeah.
The problem I have is now we have this like balance of what does it mean to be an adult? Because I was always raised, and you were from my generation too. So when you turned 18, you were an adult, right? You can buy cigarettes. You can join the military and go kill people. You can vote for who the president's going to be, who the governors are going to be, who your local offices are going to be. You get all this freedom. You get to make all these decisions because now you're an adult.
Yeah.
However, now they're making it to where you can't buy cigarettes at 18. You can't vape at 18, but you can still vote and go die for your country.
And gamble in some places.
And gamble in some places, as long as it's not a slot, it has to be cards. So my thing is so are we changing the definition of what it means to be an adult on age-wise now? Or are we just going to do this whole thing where like we're going to tell adults what they can and cannot do? Because I thought freedom in this country was as an adult, you have certain rights as an American, and that was our Constitution that we were taught when we were kids. I know they don't teach it nowadays, but that's beyond the point. That's later on topic. But are we going to start changing everything now? Like, are we just going to say that now you're not an adult until you're 21? Is that what we're going to do? Or how do you feel about this T21 thing? You know, because I mean, I'm in the industry. How do you feel about it as just a consumer?
Well, I mean, I'm above the age of 21, but as a consumer, it is interesting that they would, allow, because what the legislature says is an addictive product. So they're going to allow it to people to become addicted, potentially. And then take it away. So that causes what are they going to do? Like, it's just an interesting, bait and switch type of thing.
Right.
I feel is what I get out of it.
Yeah.
And then it's a way to really. This is where my speculation comes in. Is where I feel if they get enough people that are under 21 to vape, right, 18 plus, not even speaking of anyone under 18, then what they do is then they're going to find people that are under 21 that are getting in trouble for vaping. And so what that means is then it's marketed to kids. And that's just another argument that they can try and use, which is not, because they have flavored vodkas that are never talked about. You go into, when I was in college specifically, I was in class with this guy that did a research on gambling in liquor stores and their marketing on it. And they had a Kino ad that was a gorilla with happy birthday balloons that was 3 feet tall. So when people would bring in their kids, that's what they're seeing. All the stuff that's under 3 feet was colorful, poppy, eye-catching stuff that would market to kids, but it's a 21 and older store. Never talked about. So I think it's just a thing that the government has too much money invested in tobacco.
Well, and they say that, changing the age to 21 is going to stop youth from vaping, right? And you said you went to college. I never went to college, so you have to answer this question because I never went to college. When you were in college, you were between the ages of 18 and 21, correct?
Yeah.
And when you were in college, the drinking legal age was still 21?
Mm-hmm.
Did you still drink?
Yes.
Did it have any effect of that law stopping you from drinking?
Not one bit.
And so do you think that if that's the case, that common sense would say that even if you changed the age to 21, it still wouldn't help youth vaping?
Yeah, no, I believe it would cause more problems for people that were already accepted once.
Absolutely.
And that's the hypocrisy.
And if you don't like what we just said, we're not sorry.
I'm sorry, not sorry. Not sorry, bitch. Sorry, not sorry. Looking for apologies. Sorry, not sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm destroying all these wannabes.